All contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the welterweight championship. The referee for this match is Nate Pierce.
Well, it's been an interesting few months for the challenger in this next contest, who went from, in his words, a #1 Cambodian pop star to, let's say, humiliated, if not nearly violated, over the past couple months by the subject of that song. Fashionably late in the process. Self-described megastar, the man who wrote the song, Calvin Couture, pinned Andrew Palace, that he is no longer allowed to sing through threat of microphone stand insertion from Andrew Palace.
Well, let's be clear, microphone stand insertion with a 90-degree twist.
Yes. Those are the worst kinds I've heard. But what if Ashton Day becomes champion? That's possible, because Ashton Day has picked up a victory or two, and he is very talented. And now that we have kind of a dawn of a new era in the welterweight division, Ashton Day finds himself near the top of that list. For so long, we saw Ace Perry and Cisco Silver as top contenders. Perry narrowly was edged out in that Iron Man match. As for Cisco, well, he realized a dream. Leader of the squad won the welterweight championship last month in November. Payne and Jay Worth, he dedicated it to his wife, to his infant daughter, the two individuals that Dylan Bostic had just verbally accosted and shamed and tried to just completely ruin the reputation of for many, many months. It got inside Cisco's head, it got his Latin blood boiling, but at the end of the day, Cisco Silver was able to channel his energies into taking what Dylan Bostic coveted most, that being that championship.
I was going to say, the thing about head games is you have to be careful, because sometimes instead of pushing someone toward a mistake, you push them towards motivation. And that's, I think, precisely what happened with Dylan Bostic and Cisco Silver.
Let's get the introductions from Nick Lendl.
Introducing first is the challenger. Weighing in at 157 pounds, Ashton, the main attraction, Day. And his opponent, from Lorain, Ohio, weighing in at 162 pounds, he is the current welterweight champion, Cisco
Squad here to represent. Fortunately, they're representing Cisco Silver.
I'm proud to represent Cisco Silver. I'm trying to figure out what Ashton Day is representing based on how he's dressed.
I'm going to go with mix-up at the airport.
Okay, maybe so. There's a lot to unpack about Ashton Day's wardrobe, but Cisco Silver has always been tried and true, always been himself, been about his family, been about his squad, and been about hard work and dedication. Understand he's been training for the police force outside of wrestling, so Cisco's really working hard to provide a better life for his family any way he can.
And so far, doing a great job capturing that title. Nice wrist lock, reversed by Cisco.
Yeah, Ashton in a bad way at this point in time in the early going. Ashton is very light on his feet. He's very agile, deceptively so. He's one of those individuals who, when it comes to the lights being on bright and the audience being in front of you, in Ashton Day's mind, there's nothing he can't do, and in many ways he's right. Ashton Day thinks he can sing, he thinks he can dance, he thinks he can tell jokes, he thinks he can wrestle, and in the right light, in the right environment, I do believe he could probably do a lot of those things, but is he a better wrestler than Cisco Silver? I think that certainly remains to be seen. Part of the squad yet, Jay Worth?
No, I'm still trying to figure out what the, why looking through his finger. And then they look up, and everybody knows squad. And is this a millennial thing? Is this like Yeet? Do I have to Google this?
Is this like Yeet? There's an ancestors by Cisco.
Have you heard of this Yeet stuff?
Drop kicking. I'm vaguely familiar. Oh my gosh. Jay Worth, we're not even going to get into talking about what kind of things slap these days either. That's a whole other form of terminology. But Cisco and Ashton find themselves at a standstill after a quick and fervent pace. These men have traveled a lot of the same circles as far as not just professional wrestling, but in training to become professional wrestlers. And I think in a lot of ways, both men have outpunted their coverage and overachieved based on some very humble beginnings. And as a result, I think it's great to see the competitive nature between these two men.
Yeah, both have known each other for a while. I don't know that we've seen them match up against each other a lot. But welcome to see the competition.
Check out this good hitting combination. Nicely done. And when you know somebody well, a lot of times, Jay Worth, it's that monkey wrench you can throw into your style that maybe they're not expecting that can make the difference.
Yeah, they, as I was once taught, if someone's chasing after you, once you establish your rhythm, change your stride, and it will trip the person behind you. That's essentially what the same idea. If they know you and they know how you wrestle, change it up slightly, and it'll throw that monkey wrench.
And with a senton nicely done a moment ago. Swinging with a leg drop. A moment ago, Ashton had kicked the turnbuckle into the face of Cisco in the corner. Got a 2 count that time. I don't think it's a coincidence that Ashton is not hanging around Calvin so far from what I've seen all day today after those threats. It's Calvin and Palace later tonight one-on-one. I think Ashton Day, for the sanctity of his own well-being, probably looking to distance himself from that issue.
I mean, you can tell he's not hanging around with Calvin. Look at how he's dressed. I mean, I understand that it says Gucci on the pants, but that jacket, do you think Calvin would have let him wear that jacket out?
I have no idea what Calvin would or wouldn't let somebody do. And the more I think about it, the less I want to know. But Ashton Day firing away. Ashton Day looking to find an aggressive streak here that'll keep the champion down. We have seen Cisco show that resilience against some of Premier's finest back suplex. Ashton's got a fluidity in his movements that is without much compare, and that may be his strongest asset here, 2 count only. Ashton, he moves like liquid, moves like water. He just flows whichever direction is convenient to him, and it certainly behooves him in an athletic situation. Cisco trying to fight his way free from the grip of Ashton, but Ashton caught Cisco high. Nicely done.
Big drop kick. And impressive considering that he had just taken several kicks to the leg.
You can see Ashton still favoring himself from those kicks. That drop kick may have been a bad decision long term. Could have made matters worse.
And the ref helping him up.
You see Ashton, where his leg wouldn't cooperate, Ashton slides his way into position to connect. And again, that resourcefulness of the so-called main attraction is coming into play here. And what would this mean for Cisco if he loses the welterweight championship this closely after capturing it?
I mean, he's trying to make a living for his family. It's going to impact his pay. It's going to impact his confidence. It's going to impact the way he views wrestling. I mean, you never want to pick up a title and immediately lose it. Everyone wants to be able to prove they deserve that and it wasn't a fluke.
Can you imagine the song we would get or the celebration we would get if Ashton Day becomes the champion here tonight? There's a cover. 2 count again.
Well, I've already heard how catchy he can be. So I can only imagine it would be the second incoming of the Beatles. So, except with one man.
No pressure, right?
No.
Wish all of our fans watching both live in attendance and through DVD and digitally. Happy holiday. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. All the platforms you can find us on: Smart Mark Video, iSpots, Pro Wrestling Library, Indie Wrestling US, among others. And you see Cisco Silver with a rocker dropper, 2 count only.
I would also like to say to all of our fans, now that it's the holidays, it might be time for that Christmas. Maybe Santa brings you a bar of soap. Just go ahead, go wild.
Oh, you're so subtle, Jay.
What I'm saying is take a bath.
Cisco looking to go wild here. He's on the top turnbuckle. High risk coming up. Welterweight title at stake. Oh, Cisco might have been going for that flip pile driver to get a boost. But Ashton Day out of harm's way and connected high. That enziguri, that may have been the most impactful strike of Ashton yet. Hooks both legs for 2.
No.
And Ashton thought for sure that was it, but how to live with the reality that there's still a lot of fight left in the champion.
And he doesn't need to be discussing it with the ref. He needs to stay on Cisco Silver. Don't let him make his way to his feet.
It's daytime, baby.
It's daytime.
It's not daytime.
Dark earlier.
It's over. It's daylight now.
And Ashton. Oh. Cisco caught Ashton completely unaware. Ashton didn't see that coming.
Pele kick.
And Ashton elevated. And troops him face first. Cisco Silver retains the welterweight championship.
Here's your winner, and still the welterweight champion, Cisco Silver.
With a cry of squad, Cisco Silver threw Ashton Day up into the air and dropped him face first onto the canvas in his first successful title defense here in Premier and in general.
With the squad by his side, I don't know if there's anything that Cisco can't do. He's already overachieved. He's defied the odds. He's become the welterweight champion. And I can't wait to see where this journey of Cisco Silver takes him in the months ahead as we prepare to enter 2020 with Cisco Silver as welterweight champion. As for Ashton Day, Jayworth, one more cry out for the squad. Ashton Day, I think, is back to the drawing board. I think Ashton's looking for these kind of get famous overnight sensations. You know, kind of a get rich quick scheme. It's not really working. Wait a minute, hold on.
I said I wasn't going to sing for you guys anymore. But now, I'm feeling it's fun. This is a song about Cisco Silver. I had something else written, but that was when I was supposed to win. So. This is off the top of my head. So forgive me, I might be concussed. My throat's sore. None of it's music. Cisco Silver, he's such a loser. Referee, I kicked out a tooser. Why does everybody love me so much? It's a distraction.
What?
No one's ready for total non-stop Ashton.
Total nonstop Ashton.
That was great. He was inspired. You can tell the inspiration hit.
Inspired by delusions of grandeur. That's Ashton Day.
Thank you. Next time.